Hello, everybody, and welcome to Scion Dragon Danger in the Brood. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a wonderful game today because this game is so fun, and we're playing with some fun people as well. So before we begin, it's always important to talk to the people who are the real leads of the story. So first, I would like everyone to just kind of introduce yourselves to the peeps out there. Let's start with Joshua.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Allen Deach, he, him. I am by day I write for video games, by night I write for tabletop games, and I rarely sleep. Uh, Most recently for video games, I wrote on Dune Awakening, and on the tabletop side, I have a story, or I've got a little bit of word count in Curseborn, as well as a short story in the Curseborn Accursed Anthology.
Super cool. Thank you so much. Next up, let's go, Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron, he, him, and I'll be playing Jacob, who is a protector of sorts, and hopefully I'm going to knock some teeth in. Um, and I run a YouTube channel. I am Big Simple on most platforms, including Blue Sky and YouTube, and I'm mostly just cover indie games and whatever's looking interesting to me at the time.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Next up, Corey.
Hey, I'm Corey Frang, also known as Nerf, and I am a software developer working on many things from testing the web platform to video games like Caves of Cud, where I've been a UI developer there for a while, and we recently won a Hugo Award. So if you're into trippy sci-fi RPGs, you might want to look at Caves of Cud.
Super cool. Thank you so much. And Zachary.
I am Zachary Naldra. He, they, he, him. It happens. Things change. Um, yeah, I am frantically running around setting things up, so I am not prepared to talk in the moment. Carry on.
We are super appreciative as always. Uh, So then tonight we will be setting foot into Scion Dragon. This is the Scion that you know and love, except slightly more draconic, slightly more mysterious. Lots of draconic beings playing chess with their brood, with their chosen. These draconic Scions may not necessarily have the same connection that other Scions have with their patrons, but they are still just as powerful and they have their missions to complete. Tonight we're going to return to the city of Atusa, where this group of scions uh, have all shared a very strange experience. Draconic Scions very commonly has a memory of their draconic patron, and that kind of helps direct them of what they need to do. So if their memory is you need to go steal this treasure, the Scion knows this is what I'm doing. There is never really a reason given. You just can follow the directive or not. However, the four of you are hanging out in a place you usually would hang out. Where might that be? Would it be a coffee shop? You each have layers, so would it be in one of your layers? Where would you just kind of gather in general?
Who's You want me to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'd probably be hanging out in my RV, which is my lair,
Hmm.
and I mean, I tend to have a pot on the go, so I'm probably working on that. And other than that, probably greasing up a trap of some sort, or just noodling away on something. I don't know, probably whittle on on my spare time.
Okay. And so as you are, Jacob, you're noodling away. You have this vision, which comes on kind of like a very intense headache, but goes away just as fast. Um, and in this vision, you are seeing the Atusa Museum. It's a museum, and you're having this vision of like walking through the museum. But like I said, like a headache, just as quickly, it goes away.
Okay. Is this the kind of thing? Have I experienced this before?
Yes. You're well aware that like when these like what we'll call them just headaches come on, that's usually your patron being like, "Hey, go here, do this thing." The only difference is that usually the vision ends with a very distinct, a very clear directive. Go here, take this vase. Go here, eat this plant. Whatever. This time it was just go to museum.
Yep. Okay. Well, I am. Who am I to question my patron? Just so I and the people at home know, are my motivations are very much aligned with my patron. Right. I'm seeking to help others and to protect those who are in need of protecting.
Well, that is the fun part. Um, your patron has definitely like given you uh, the ability to protect people more so than you had before. However, your patron has motivations that are definitely separate to you, and so like you can continue to choose to like fulfill your patron's wishes, but like you can betray them, which may or may
Okay.
not be in your the best interest of your health, considering who your patron is.
Fair enough. Yeah, I just wanted to know with how much gusto I would be flying out the RV door to go and fulfill this request. Instead, this is more of a pragmatic choice of, well, like if I don't, then I lose my cool connection and also my the ability to potentially protect the people who need protecting. So I will start making a move and following up on where I can find this museum and uh,
Okay.
you know fulfill my quest.
Um, just a quick correction on my part, though. There is something else that did stand out in the museum.
Okay.
You saw your three friends with you.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, then this is not a hard choice to make.
All right, so you're gonna head out and like start looking for your friends?
Yeah, I might take a few, necessities. You know, few. You got to get your multi tool. Everyone needs a multi tool.
Fair, very true. Okay, so you're out there looking for things. Kyrian, where are you right now? Oh, Kieran.
Yeah. Uh, I think they're probably sitting in the back of a surveillance van
Okay.
with their eyes closed, headphones on, just scanning through a collection of bugs in the nearby area,
Okay.
listening for anything interesting going on.
Okay. So you and do me like if you would describe Kieran a bit for me, just as much as you would like to.
Yeah, they are uh Pakistani heritage and non-binary, dressed fairly feminine hairstyle, but you couldn't really tell. Their voice is quite neutral.
Mhm.
Um and you're never really able to see their eyes. Their glasses always have the shine on them that seems to block it out.
Very interesting. Okay. So you're sitting doing this like surveillance and all of a sudden that headache that you experienced so many times before comes again. But rather than a vision, you hear this kind of like auditory hallucination where you hear a tour guide um at the Atusa Museum and they're talking about this brand new exhibit that they have. It is part archaeology. It is a Tyrannosaurus egg, and how you are so lucky to see it because it was very we worked very hard at the Tucson Museum to get access to this, so please come look, be part of history. And just like that, the headache slash vision is gone.
Seems like something I should look into. I never bothered to bug the museum yet. I could use a few bugs there.
And as you think back, you also remember hearing the voices of your three friends in this museum with you.
Awesome. I'll get up and start driving over that way.
Okay. Ambrosia.
Yeah, Ambrosia Cook is in her lair, which is I'm gonna say it's her PI office with her partner.
Okay.
And she is a young black woman in her late 20s. Her light brown skin is dusted with freckles, and her hair is always tied back in a loose, casual bun. She's short but powerfully built. She has a large mouth, and as usual, she's chewing on something. Right now, she's chewing on a pen while she's going over some case files. Um,
Okay.
as part of her drive, because her deed is extinguisher of the guilty. When she was younger, she was very terrified of those dreams and memories that were coming in because they're filled with fire and wickedness, until she realized she was the extinguisher of the fire and she was the
Mm-hmm.
devourer of the wickedness rather than the one one conducting it. I can't talk all of a sudden. But she's looking over case files, chewing on a pen, and she's got a candle lit next to her, and she's just occasionally running her fingers over the flame.
Okay. So, you're chewing, you're like scanning, and like you're finding it like harder and harder to pay attention. And after about like 30 seconds, you realize why. This is like right before one of those visions hit, and that vision hits you, and you see your three friends looking at this Tyrannosaurus egg, and there a wave of sadness, loneliness hits you. Just like that, the
Okay,
vision is
Aaron.
gone.
Oh. And when the vision leaves, she looks over and the candle is extinguished. But more than that, she looks, and the very top of the candle has teeth marks on it, as if
Mm.
something ate the flame.
And your partner, who likely, I'm assuming, has seen you have these visions before,
Yeah.
is just like, does this mean you're leaving again?
Yeah. And she takes the case files, puts it on her partner, Carolyn Kane's desk, and
Hmm.
says, yeah, I gotta go.
So I'm doing this by myself again.
Sorry.
You know you owe me dinner tonight, right? Or whenever you get back.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. And Carolyn very much miffed, but understands, and as a trusted partner, understands that you are doing things you need to do, even if she's not fully aware of what those things are.
Yeah, I head out.
Okay. Letitia, where are you currently?
So, for my better understanding of the museum, is this a science museum or is it just
Yeah, Science Museum.
okay? Um, is Doug a big financer of the science museum?
Uh, Doug was the person who originally set up the Finance Museum. Unfortunately, no one has seen Doug for a very long time.
Okay.
But I do think it would be called the Douglas Museum of Natural History, or put on that Douglas to make it sound very academic.
Okay. So Leticia is probably outside of the museum already,
Hmm.
um, leading a protest against the environmental impacts of Doug Industries
That's fair.
throughout the globe.
Is
Especially,
that?
especially with the whole dust up that there was with a couple months back with the attempting to relocate people
Hmm.
within the city.
Is this something? Has the protest been in front of the museum for like weeks, like months, or is this like a everybody get ready, we're going to protest on like this day? It's like one big thing, and then like we don't come back tomorrow.
This was a planned single protest.
Okay.
This is she got some word of what was going on from one of her classmates.
Hmm.
That she's probably like a grad student, so one of the undergrads may have mentioned something about it, and so she organized for that purpose. She's very upset that Erica Cartwright still isn't showing up to
Mm-hmm.
class. She liked that kid. Um,
That's pretty good.
yeah.
Okay, so then as you are like leading this protest, um, you get that vision. Um, and what you see is rather than what everybody else who got this like lead up to it, you get the like final piece of the vision. You get the vision of you like picking up the egg and like hightailing it, being chased by security guards and like being shot at.
Oh, lovely. That is certainly going to be a fun thing to deal with. Um, I'm sure there's nothing sinister or problematic that's going to happen with that.
Of course not.
Um, yeah, so for the time being, she's still going to be leading the protest.
Okay. Uh, I am under the assumption that everyone else is heading towards the museum currently. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So then the it'll take the longest of you like maybe 45 minutes to arrive at the museum, and you do see this massive protest outside being led by the one, the only Leticia. Do you like join in the protest? Do you like go see her? Do you like cross the line to like go into the museum?
I think
Oh,
I'll probably go say hi, at the very least.
Ambrosia will join the protest.
Okay. So as Ambrosia jumps in, Jacob, you go and talk to your fellow Scion.
I think just one thing as Kieran, let's say that Kieran showed up a little bit beforehand, but has just been kind of watching and listening from the outside edges.
Hmm.
Seeing the other dragons showing up, um Jacob sounded like he got there first after uh the person who was already here.
Hmm.
But then I'll hand him like a couple of I'll hand him three Bluetooth headsets
Okay, yeah.
and put one on for myself. And say I'm pretty sure there's three of us today or four of us today as he shows up. I'm gonna see what I can see inside.
Roll me a technology cunning roll, if you would.
Yeah. Sorry.
No worries
Give me
at
a
all.
second. Just cunning technology. Okay, I have a lot in that. Uh, what is target number? Is it eight?
Eights, yes.
Yeah. One, two, three. Anything special about tens or ones in this one?
We're gonna say tens are just double.
Okay. In that case, that would be five successes.
Jeez. Um, So you are, even though you have not bugged the museum, they don't really have good like digital security. So you're very easy to tap in to some of the, like the cameras around. You can hear. And the one thing that really stands out is that in a office far in the back, you do hear something about someone trying to hire a dragon hunter, but it costs way too much and it wasn't in the budget. And like we can hire like normal security, no problem. But once we start hiring a dragon hunter, like that, people are going to start asking questions, and that's not going to like look good, especially because we're already being protested.
I'll save that soundbite to play when everyone's wearing a headset.
Okay. So you all, uh, well, I guess before that, is there anything else you want to do? 'Cause I know, Ambrosia is in the protest. And
Mhm.
Jacob, you're gonna say hi to Leticia.
I guess I would go in with the intention of saying hi, but I'd probably get wrapped up into it.
Okay, so as we start joining the protest, you all will hear this sound clip. Um, the attempt to hire a dragon hunter and how to hide it in a budget that is already like being highly, highly scrutinized.
How heated is this protest getting? Is it small, big?
Leticia, please roll me a presence culture, no, a presence leadership roll.
For a social character, this really is not your strong point. You turn on some lights.
That is okay. We'll say persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that makes
re-roll
sense.
that. I'm gonna move my dice over here because I can't see on that side of the wall because I didn't think to turn the lights on because I'm an idiot. All right, that is one success.
Okay. Um, like it is very clear to people who are not part of the protest that this is a protest. However, it is not like growing as fast as anyone would like really want.
Um, not to not to throw shade, but that I assume that means that there are basically no cops here.
You would think that, but there are in fact multiple police officers up front. And
That's really
Kieran definitely
unusual.
heard police officers like in the back. Like there is a shocking amount of security here.
And Baroge is actually going to go walk um, among some of the cops and see if there's any that she knows from her brief stint on the force.
Hmm. There is one cop that you recognize. Police officer named Brittany. Officer Thompson.
Officer Thompson. Okay. Yeah, I'll kind of sidle up to Thompson and be like, "Hey, you guys seem to be here a bit early.
Oh my gosh, Ambrosia, how are you doing? It's been
Mm,
so long.
doing great. Hungry as ever."
Well, I mean, if you like join the force again, we can make sure that you get that money to like get the food in your belly. Oh, you meant a different hunger. Right. Yeah, I get it. Uh
So what's with the preemptive gathering?
oh, the museum hired us. Apparently they have some like new exhibit and they were only allowed to get it if they got like a police presence. So we're just, making the rounds and then we saw a whole bunch of people and we thought they were here for the what's it, a stegosaurus egg or something. But they started protesting.
Hmm. Does my lie detector neck
Ooh, what
uh,
does your lie detector knack do? Please share
let
for the people and
me
also for me. Like, kind of
yeah
know, but also.
and for myself. Let's see here. I've got it here, my cheat sheet. Where is it? Lie detector. Anyone of a tier lower than you must overcome a complication to under scrutiny when lying to you. Failure or inability to buy off this complication results in confession from the target. Spend momentum and they simply cannot lie to you at all. The story guide should notify you when the lie has been told, though it does not automatically reveal the truth, but also reveals nebulous truth, such as he has been convinced this is true, which should always be a means for a character to pursue the person who manipulated the target in the first place.
Okay. Well, let's Lee make a quick roll. Mhm. Uh, so she'll start talking and she'll start stumbling over her words and she'll be like, you ever have one of those days where you just can't get, the English out? And it does seem like she's having trouble getting the information out.
So, what aren't you telling me? If you spit that out, I'm sure the words will follow.
Oh, I'm telling you everything I know. You will notice that in that sentence, there was no stumbling.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Hey, I don't want to like bother you, but like I was maybe hoping you could, come to our next like party and maybe sign up again. It was really great having you on the force, even though it wasn't that long, and maybe you'd be interested in.
Hey,
Yeah, okay.
let's
That's
see how today goes.
Oh yeah, great. You do you want to like get in? I think I can get you in for free. And she'll look back and say, "Okay, I can't get you for free, but like maybe at a discount, or like I'll pay half of your. How about that?
Deal.
She will pay half of your entry fee to the museum."
All righty.
Leticia, what are you doing while all this is happening?
All right. I do see my friend talking to Officer Thompson. Is that do
Yeah.
I okay? Given that she often shows up at protests and or creates protests or does just general environmental activism throughout the city, is Officer Thompson known to Letitia?
Honestly, that's a good question. I would say give me a either culture or empathy and intellect. Because like Officer Thompson has certainly been to some of the protests, but she rarely makes herself known and kind of sits in the back, so there would need to be something specific that would draw your attention to her.
Wow, changing the dice did not help. All right. Guess what, guys? We got momentum.
Hey, we're up to 5. Yeah, no clue. I mean, you're like, if you look at her, you're like, I've probably seen you before, but you look just like everyone else.
A
So,
cop is a cop.
yeah.
You look like a cop.
All right. Oh yeah. I'm gonna she's gonna be kind of scoping out the building,
hmm
because the egg implies that her grabbing the egg implies that she has to get inside somehow, and she doesn't want to give Doug money to further his agenda.
Very fair. Uh, Subterfuge, cunning, or if you can convince me of another skill, and I think I'm easily convinced. So,
Well, can the
There's a good chance I could find us a way in.
also true.
okay
Just keep them occupied out here. I'll have a look around.
How
there
occupied?
we go. We got a success on that one.
Okay. So I will say, like with the subterfuge cunning roll, um, you do know, like, the ground floor is just off limits. Like, there are so many people here, not just people here to see like the new exhibit, but like people here at take security. Ground floor is likely off limits. But you also know that like there has to be a way to get onto the ceiling, and you've seen no like drones. You also haven't seen anyone like looking up, so you get the feeling that the ceiling is pretty empty.
Hmm. So she's gonna kind of pass over the megaphone to a classmate and
Mm-hmm.
introduce them for their compassion to tell them so they can tell a personal tale of how the environmental impact of Doug Industries has harmed her native land.
Okay. And there is no shortage of stories to draw from. And so the student will take over, and you are free to engage with your fellows, your friends, your compadres. Speaking of which, Jacob, where are you right now?
Well, I don't know how notorious I am for the cops, but seeing as I have a past um, of, well, openly attacking public Nazis, it seems to me I might have a reputation with the cops. So
You do.
I got to play this very tightrope game of being close to the front, so as to basically try and be between, say, the cops and whoever's speaking,
Mm-hmm.
but also trying not to be so visible that they recognize me. And I'm not trying to be super careful on that second part, really.
Okay. So then what I'll say is give me a subterfuge manipulation roll.
Okay.
You're trying to kind of like manipulate like the social thing, but like you're also like not really trying to hide. So you're just like
I'm
if
not
I
trying to hide. I'm basically like hiding in plain sight. Like if they know,
yeah,
if they recognize me, I don't mind. But my intention here is to basically make sure that whoever's speaking gets to speak. So that's subterfuge and cunning. So that's going to be 6. There's no extra funky dice in this, right? It's just d10s.
yeah, just d10s.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 2 hits, but one is a 10, so 3 hits.
Three. Yeah, that's more than enough. You're able to position yourself in a way that the speaker is able to speak unencumbered by anyone coming up to them, and you are also just not seen by any police officers who may have had a running with you in the past.
Solid. I guess this would give me at least a good view of my friends, so that if they are making some kind of play, I can join them. Um, which I'd prefer to do what I'm doing, but I also want to pursue what is being pursued today.
Gotcha. Okay. Kieran, you're starting to gather information about
Yeah.
the museum. Is there anything specifically you are looking for?
I was just looking through my knacks. It seems that there's a lot of things that apply here. First of all, keen-eyed watcher. I get one question for free from that when entering a field.
Okay.
So, in this one, it makes sense to ask, what's the safest way in, or where is the safest way in?
Safest way is through the air ducts on the or the ventilation system on the roof, not the door.
Yeah. In which case, I'm starting to look for how we could get roof access. Uh, and I do have the sight unseen draconic knack, which means that observing something, I do so on a feet of scale. I don't know what that means.
Right. Um, so when you do something at a feet of scale, mechanically it is the way like I understand the most is like I as a human being can be fast, but if you scale it up a little bit, a cheetah is fast, and you scale that up, a rocket is fast. And so like narratively, it is that like scaling up how powerful or how effective something is. Mechanically, you get to enhancement whenever you use that ability.
All right. So I guess I'm just looking around for I don't know, the ladder, nearby window, How do we get onto the roof of the building without going in the building?
Are you using like any technology, or is it just like Kieran's like natural observation?
Uh, I think I'm gonna go with natural observation and like reflections from windows of nearby buildings and stuff like that. Like, just catching like collecting all the details and just sort of doing a walk around the whole museum, building a little map in my mind.
Okay. Give me an integrity cunning roll if you would.
Sure. Though I mean, I do also have the because I already have all the like a bunch of the cameras inside the place you said. So
True,
like I
yeah.
kind of know what it looks like inside.
Right.
So like I'm just trying to piece together the picture outside.
So you can
So
like
I'm
build that like
assuming,
internal map.
yeah, I'm assuming that there aren't cameras out here, and I don't really want to start flying a drone if there aren't any in the sky.
There are
So,
cameras outside.
all right, but I'll still do integrity. You said cunning integrity.
Yes.
Is this information being relayed over some sort of headsets or anything?
Yes.
And so you're trying to block the cameras, or
I'm just trying to find us a way to get up onto the roof
oh, okay.
that that we might not be seen with. And I think, oh, what the Google's dice rollers being way too nice to me. That would be 2 10s and 2 8s. So
Good God. Um, so the museum is 3 feet, or 3 feet, 3 stories tall. There are surrounding buildings, they only make up to two. But as you're watching, you're one able to get that like vision of how the outside connects to the inside, but also you're like the simplest way without like actively transforming into a dragon and like flying up there, which you could do, but also not great for a whole like sneak stealth mission thing, is just like doing some sort of like rope connect to one of the buildings at night. When it's darker, there is a very specific place where the cameras don't reach, where you could like throw like a grappling hook, shimmy across, and no one would see it unless there's like someone literally walking underneath you and they look up. But other than that, like there's no camera that could see you, and you could go right to the entrance of the fence.
uh in the vision that we had, does anyone remember what time of day it was?
No one was outside in the vision.
Yeah. I think we might want to wait until the darkness falls the sky. But
What about
I
just
do
like,
believe we could
go
get
ahead.
across if we shoot a hook from here to here. Just go up in that building over there. Seems pretty safe.
Mr. Burns and Smithers in the dip on the cord between two buildings. Stuck overnight. I'm wondering, can we just like check out, like, there's a lot of things going on in this front area. Could we
Yeah.
check out around the back?
I do think Kieran like kind of
Yeah.
like walked around.
You walked around. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Shoot. Okay. Yeah. I'm game for that.
I mean, it is a museum. It is open to the public. And you said, did Letitia share that their vision included them running away with the egg?
Is that a great idea?
We'll save that to save time and speed up the story. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Letitia shared it all. So, I mean, this is a large building
Mhm.
in a sizable city. There's a loading dock somewhere, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, the way out is not the way in, I think.
If you give me 20 minutes, I think I could get us on the roof. I'll go get us some flasher jackets and a cherry picker.
We'll pull a Louvre. Are you
Yes.
actually suggesting we pull a
Yes.
Louvre?
It can be done.
All right, but also,
So soon?
yeah. But I mean, also as I mentioned in my vision, we did run away, so they knew we were in there. We just kind of got to the egg first, because otherwise we wouldn't have to run. If we snuck in and snuck out, I would be walking away, right?
It's true. So what you're saying is we went in loud.
I mean, we may not have gone in loud, but we gone in when there was, I mean, how many security guards do you really think there are at night, as opposed to a whole bunch chasing us? Or me? I don't know if I don't remember if y'all were running in my vision. Might have been.
Yep.
Might have been doing something else. Maybe you're standing and fighting, or distracting in some other way.
Not to undermine the core themes of this protest, but I mean, I could start a fire and then just, create a nice convenient distraction for y'all to get in.
I mean, it is a Tusa that it wouldn't be uncommon for a random fire to break out. But then the fire alarms would go off and they would evacuate, and that'd bring the fire department eventually, or some fucking Scion that Doug probably hired. Fucking Doug.
Like, depending on how long it takes, like, some Scion will just show up.
Well, probably yeah, but they'll show up quicker if there's a fire truck coming.
Also true, yeah. Doug loves his Scions.
I genuinely, I'm gonna go get a flasher jacket.
Right. But is there like a basement entrance, or is there a non-front entrance there to the building that is?
There is a loading dock in the back. There are multiple police officers stationed. There is no entrance in the basement, although there is no door that goes down to the basement. There is a basement, as that's where they like store most of the materials that aren't like being shown.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are like Scions, as your dragons, like I can't say there's not an entrance. There's just not like a door open for humans.
Okay.
And then of course there's like windows.
All right. So yeah, I mean, we can always just slip in through the loading dock.
Telling you, the quietest way I still think is the roof.
I
We might as well try to get there quiet,
mean,
even
yeah,
though
but,
apparently we don't succeed.
but again, we're going up the thing. We're going up. We're zip lining it, or we're using a cherry picker, or what was the fun on that?
My current plan A is to literally walk in through the front door with a flasher jacket.
All right.
But I've got the stats that allow me to probably get away with that.
I mean, if it's just getting inside right now that we want, like, is the place open right now?
Yep, it is open. It is more empty than usual because less people are willing to cross the protest. But there are some people who are like, I don't care. I'm going to see the egg.
And I got half off.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of us could just go in right now and scout the place out. but I've seen most of it already. I wouldn't mind going inside though. If that's what we want, we can just go visit the egg.
We can always go in legitimately and then hide till nightfall.
Maybe this is why we were running away.
All right, so we're thinking like just like getting in.
Yeah, Ambrosia at least is gonna go in just so I can relay if there's anything unusual
Gotcha.
or helpful.
All right. And I'm
I send
assuming.
you in. I send you in with a piece of jewelry, and I say, just leave this somewhere out of the way.
Got it.
Oh man, Hopper, it's just. Sorry if you guys can hear the dog. I apologize.
Just
No worries at
barely.
all. So Ambrosia, you go in half price, and so you only have to pay $15,
Ah,
and you walk in, and it's a lovely little museum. It does have a lot of like archaeology, so lots of fossils, particularly a striking uh fossil or scene, I would say, of a T-Rex fighting a Stegosaurus, but in like fossil form, like
mhm.
right up front. And then there are multiple wings that you can go down.
All right, yeah. Start exploring and just keeping an eye out for anything unusual or just not fitting.
Okay. Roll. Actually, you don't even need to roll. Nothing really stands out. There are lots of things that talk about like animals from like different ecosystems. You do have that wing that goes like very deep into fossils. That wing at the end of it, it does have this massive like egg that looks to be the Tyrannosaurus egg. It is in a glass case surrounded by like lights, so it's like being illuminated. And at the bottom there are these, it looks like lights, but they're not emitting actual like light.
Okay. I'll relay those particulars to the group after I go by.
Hmm.
And just to be clear, the piece of jewelry that I gave her was eyes in the blinds. I'm gonna
Yep.
spend one of our momentum on that. Uh, so
Cool.
basically, wherever you drop that, I'm observing.
Right.
Okay, I'll put it somewhere within view of the egg,
Yeah,
but not like, anywhere obvious.
Right, just
yeah.
like in like the corner of the room or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Uh
I'm also watching you the whole time you're walking through the place.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Right,
Even
like
better.
so, yeah.
okay, so then like not only are you seeing, but you're also hearing Ambrosia like relay what's happening. Um Kieran, do me a favor. Roll me
Taking
an
everything in my power to not be like, yeah, I already know, because I'm realizing that the others might want to know what
roll me an empathy composure roll, if you would.
Oh, me?
Uh, Kieran.
Here. Okay.
Yes, this is for after you place the piece of jewelry.
Hmm. Is it for hiding intentions?
Nope.
Okay. Empathy and composure. That's actually strangely very lacking on this character. Uh all right, Google Dice Roller. What can you do with 2 dice? A 10 and an 8. I kid you
Jesus.
not. I kid you not.
So with three, which is technically what you needed, um, you feel a presence in that egg. A presence that is sad and a presence that is lonely.
Oh, yeah, I also do have a thing, the presence of magic. Like I know when there's a magic item nearby, like so like is that magical? Is the egg magical? Is it Is it magical in the way a dragon egg would be magical?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is
Oh.
magical in the way that a dragon egg would be magical.
Is this museum lighting up like a Christmas tree for you right now? Like,
Right. Well, yes, but also since you two are standing outside with me at the protest, you're seeing like weird twinkles of the light in my glasses, like kind of constantly, and then like a really kind of like, aw, look comes over. I'm pretty sure there's a child in that egg. I mean, it makes sense. It's an egg.
I'm gonna have to feed something.
Oh, you got your cat, my dog.
All right, give me a sec. I'll be like 1 minute. Yep.
Sounds good.
I'm also gonna take a quick let the dog run outside real quick. I'll be listening though.
Okay. Um, so while they are taking care of those that need to be taken care of, Ambrosia, I'm assuming you're like returning outside.
Yeah, after kind of doing a circuit of the place, I'll go
Okay.
back to my fellows.
Leticia, what are you up to right now?
Um, so Leticia will notice Ambrosia come out and be like, and wave her over.
Hmm.
All right, so what you see inside? What's going on? What do we got? What do we deal with?
Uh, looks pretty slow in there. Otherwise, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary except something under the egg that looked like a light, but it wasn't making light.
Technology cunning roll, please, Ambrosia.
How much security did the egg have? How close could we get to it?
Did it seem like there was a lot of?
That's what I'm. That's
Oh,
the
this is okay.
yeah
Cool.
to see like what you can like gather because like
All right, I got a 9 and an 8. I've got a 1. I don't remember if that matters.
not if you have
Right, if you have
hits. Yeah.
successes. Okay, cool. And 2 hits.
Yep. Okay. It doesn't have a lot of security, but the security is fairly impressive for what amounts to a museum. So those like lights that weren't emitting light, they weren't emitting light. They were emitting like lasers, infrared light. So were your hand to scratch over them, uh, likely an alarm would go off, alerting people to your presence. Also, that glass seems slightly more dense than like normal glass. You get the feeling that like you or any of your like friends could break it, but it would take effort, which coming from like
Hmm.
dragons is a lot.
I mean, yeah.
Like it would take
Look,
more effort than breaking glass. Like you would have to actually try.
All right. Well, I mean,
also, the museum paid for the police presence.
okay.
I think that explains the running.
All right.
Basically, there's no way to take it without them knowing it's being disturbed, and once we have that, we need to move as fast as we can. Um, can I get a roll to determine like what the nearest exit is to the egg?
I would say like your earlier rolls take care of that.
Mhm.
So there is a vent, um, like I'll say like 20 feet to the south of the egg that you could just like, go back that way, go through the vents. And while that would slow down your escape, it's a lot harder to chase you through the vents. So
I'm
that would
back.
be like the closest exit. The quickest exit would just be run through front door, dodge and weave, and then get out.
Or turn into a big fuck off dragon and fly away.
Yeah.
That would
So I got
also
my
be easier
flasher.
to do from the roof if we went through the vent. Is your character bulky or vent climby, Zach? Are you made for going through vents?
Leticia is tall and curvy.
All right. Then yeah.
Baroja is short and powerfully built.
And like you all can separate. You all don't have to go
Yeah, I
through
mean,
this.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, I
So-
know my way out. I'm going out through the vent if I even go in.
So,
Just because I was there in the vision doesn't mean I wasn't watching from here.
I mean, can someone get into like hack the systems or something and like maybe see their like electronic security? Maybe a TV, a video camera goes off, or it just ends up playing on a loop when we go in. Um, maybe the
Yeah.
alarm doesn't sound when something breaks.
I think these are all things we could do if I had access to their computers, which I have access to most of their video feeds.
Mhm.
Their security was pretty poor. I would imagine that I would be able to loop most of the videos, but nothing about what I got from the surface level indicates these alarm systems I'm seeing. This must be a different security system than the one I have access to, which I imagine, because I don't have access to it, is air gapped in the room on the second floor, 20 paces to the left of the stairwell. If you want me to try to get there, I suppose we could, but there's definitely going to be security in that room, I would guess.
But I mean, look, I am going to college for social issues, the social sciences, not the computer sciences. So if you could explain that to me, like I have not touched a computer before.
Oh, it's not on the internet. I actually have to sit at the computer.
Okay. So the security
And there's
is
probably guards in that room with that computer. Although I don't know. Maybe it's in a server room, but I think we would have to be inside to figure that out. Which we could be. Can I get closer and like figure out where the security system alarms box would be and like what kind of guarding it has?
Based on the previous rolls, you have like a good guess of like where the security room is. Uh, you actually had access to the camera, so yes, you do know at the time that you were looking through the cameras, there were two guards in there, fairly heavily armed, but also not really like paying attention.
Yeah.
so was it set up like a panic room?
No, not really.
It was a lot of electronic locks or something like that.
There was like one of those like push locks on the door. Like the door itself is like fairly easy to get into.
Okay. So hypothetically speaking, if like that room probably isn't on its own like electronics. Like if the power goes out for the building, then that room the power goes out as well.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. Okay.
Did I see any natural gas backup generators? I mean, this is a museum. I imagine they have a backup generator.
Yeah.
They do have backup generators. It's hard to know. I would assume that they would put the security on the backup generators. We could sabotage them, but
I mean, yeah, that's you know,
yeah,
flash floods happen. It's a Tusa. It just happens to be localized in around
Oh, well.
the electronic generators, so that they're covered in water when the generators kick on.
What time of year is this?
We'll say fall.
Okay.
So leaves are falling, but it's a little chilly.
You know, there was a time a little while back where it was just raining for like days in a Tusa. You know, things happen. Um,
For those of you who are not familiar, Atusa is a hotbed of supernatural activities. There was a time when it was like raining for like 10 days and like no one batted an eye. There was a time when it was like essentially polar night and people were like, yep, it's happened. So like some weirdness is expected. Um how much, however, is always up for debate, as you know.
she's gonna pull up an Instagram clip of Jacob in fighting the dragon
Hmm.
on the docks. I mean, like, see, these things happen. He just showed me like, you know, I mean, come on.
So with these memories, are they usually literal? If Letitia saw herself running away with the egg,
No, they are not
does
literal. They are effectively metaphorical, but like the and so you have to like dig through the memory to get the meaning behind it and then like do the task presented to you.
yeah,
So for this, it wouldn't necessarily be like you have to run away with it. It would be
yeah,
more so get the egg.
get the egg, get out,
Yes.
and
And
it
like
doesn't necessarily need to be Letitia grabbing it.
right. Especially because like you all were in each other's memory, which has never happened before. So like in the past, it would usually be if you are in the memory, you do the thing. But the fact that you
Yeah,
all are in it kind of implies that like go as a team and retrieve this thing.
okay,
Um However, that likely does heighten the stakes. Whereas like there are times when you are tasked with like stealing a vase, and if you don't do it, the dragon might be upset, but it's not the end of the world. The fact that
yeah.
all four of you are involved likely does mean that like failure may not be an option this time.
No, then Dad might actually show up.
Possibly.
All right.
Be good to meet him.
Showing up with a flasher and walking in the front door.
Okay. Let's see how up to date these offers are. Are you paying money?
No, I'm more I look less like I belong there if I pay money.
Okay, so as you like walk by, one of the officers sticks their hands out. Excuse me. You need to pay at $30, I believe, for an adult.
Uh, so with my best expression ever, I do like a kind of a double shake of my head and be like, "Are you kidding me? Like I'm here on inspection. You want me to pay?"
Did you forget the clipboard part of your disguise?
No, of course not. I've got a clipboard and very important, I've got a acrylic marker.
Subterfuge manipulation?
Hell yeah.
Does this person have a coworker or a partner that they're with?
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, three people would have like converged.
Converged. Okay.
Converged. Bastards.
110. That's it. So 2 hits.
Okay.
Not good. Can I spend some momentum on that, or is that not a thing in this?
Yep. So you can spend momentum to add enhancement.
How much we got? 4 left.
Yes.
Could I? Does anyone mind if I spend a momentum on that one?
Nope.
No,
All
sounds
right.
good.
Let me spend it to make an even 3 hits.
Okay. So through momentum left. Hmm.
Can I also use? So it says free or imbue an inheritance, but
Yes.
okay, yeah, no. So imbue inheritance. So that would cost me an inheritance, and then it's just up while I have it up, or is it?
Yes. And then once you like
Okay,
drop the effect, you get that inheritance back.
awesome. I would like to enact minor chaos then. So like some sort of disorder just starts going on and distracts the cop, giving him a complication to like his role to further question Jacob's
Okay. Um,
need to be in the building. And also I'm going to try to sneak behind them.
okay, so then this is what's gonna happen. There has been a new taco truck that has like been on the streets of Atusa, and everybody wants to be like get in the line, but it doesn't like announce where it's going to show up. It just kind of shows up, and there it is. And as you all are talking, the taco truck appears, and you can see the cop, just like looking and like, while they want to do their job, they also want to like get in line for this taco truck because they don't want to miss it again. And so as they're looking around and they see your clipboard, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, feel free to go in, and they just start walking to the taco truck.
I do so without hesitation, and in fact, I put on my best pissed off look that they even tried to delay me.
All right.
And while all that distraction is happening, I'm going to use him being extremely obvious to try to sneak in behind him effectively
That's it. With the chaos,
myself. Yeah.
pretty easy. You could just like go on in. So Jacob's inside, Kiran's inside.
I'll go
Now's
back
your window to
inside.
sneak in if
My-
you want, Letitia. I'll say as we're getting ready to sneak in. I don't know if you want to stay out here with the protesters, but that's your call.
Jesus somehow made it to the front of the taco truck. It is walking in with tacos.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Right, Letitia is inside with these tacos. Ambrosia, you already have like
I'm
an
going
entrance.
back in with my stamped.
Yeah, you're good to go.
stamped hand.
Okay. Everybody is inside.
I'm gonna try to wander over near the security room and just get a better vibe of it, like walk past it.
Okay. So you go to the second floor, and there is like a cordoned off space that is very much like not a part of the museum for the guests. Like it's more like office space. Like you could go in there, but there are people who like they're not like security guards. They're just like people who do administrative work at the office. And when they see you, they're like, "Oh, sorry, this isn't part of the museum. Feel free to explore."
Did I mention I was carrying a taco wrapper from the taco truck? That's outside. um,
Do you still have a taco?
Leticia does.
Letitia is eating a taco as we walk in to the
Yeah.
this office area.
Do you still have one that you're willing to share with the people? That's the question.
I am going to do a manipulation and subterfuge roll
Okay.
with social mimicry. Wow, these dice hate me. Do I get an enhancement from social mimicry as a specialty?
Did you get any successes? Any
I
hits?
did. I got one.
Then you do get one hit. One enhancement.
So yeah, Johnson down in the room downstairs, the staff room downstairs in the break room area. Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of them.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. You know Johnson. Yeah, you have fun. I just and you can see they're like just slowly getting close to the stairs. It's like, I gotta go. And they just run down the stairs. Someone's about to be very unhappy. But it did buy you some time.
The tacos were a lie.
All right.
All right. So with most people out of the way, you do see the security room, and once again, like it is simply a room to store the computer that like controls the security. It is not reinforced in any way. It is just one of those like doors that has a little like push lock that is you don't even have to like really break the door. You just pull hard enough, the door unlatches.
Okay. Now you said that the guys where the guns were in here. These are the only place where the guys with the guns are, or besides the cops outside.
Oh no, like they're all over,
Oh,
but specifically in the security room, there's only two, and they're kind of like sitting down next to the door. They do have massive weapons, but they're also like, just kind of chit-chatting. The weapons are like on their lap. They're not really taking it seriously because what are the odds that someone's going to like come up the stairs into the second floor, go into the security room?
and it's not even like a push pad thing to enter, or like
No.
a security. It's just a regular door and a lock.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm touch it ever so slightly. Is it actually locked?
It is locked.
Okay. I'm gonna use frayed
Mm-hmm.
and imbue an inheritance to cause the handle of the lock to decay,
Okay.
so that it can't be unlocked because the internal pieces all kind of just rust and fall apart, and therefore can't turn to undo the lock and
Okay.
keep these gentlemen in this room.
All right. So you rust or you destroy the door. They are, even though they do not know it, locked in the security room.
All right, so we got that going for us. So people rushed out of the office space in quite a hurry to get the tacos, I'm guessing. Betting that a lot of people didn't bother to control alt delete their computers when they got up. Well, I'm gonna find the most important looking desk
Okay.
of someone who did not lock their computer when they went to get tacos.
Okay. So you look around and you do find a desk that, well, it has like a desk in its own office, so it's not like with
Yeah.
everyone else.
Notice the name on the door, position.
Just head curator.
Okay. Sit down, open up their emails.
Mm-hmm.
Any emails about the egg?
So you search for egg, and yes, there are multiple back and forths between one Rachel or something. Apparently she works for Doug, and she says Doug is very adamant that this egg is going to bring a lot of fortune to the museum. However, you will need to hire more security as because it will bring so much fortune, a lot of people are just going to want to steal it in order to like make money.
Okay. Um, first of all, this Rachel person, it seems to obviously be up to no good. Um,
Yeah, that's like her.
so gonna send out an email saying that, look, we're going to have to. We've done some watching. This infrared light thing that we've got going on the egg appears to actually be damaging the egg, so we need to shut that down immediately.
Mhm.
To send that out to the security people, and then also, so Rachel, we need you to work on something else to do instead of the infrared, because it actually does seem to be harming the egg. Um, and then once we get that, we can probably not need so many security people, focusing on the egg, because that's going to make other parts of the museum more vulnerable if everybody's looking at the egg. So we're going to reassign a couple people to different areas of the museum that are not going to have any impact on what we're doing other than getting them out of the way.
Okay. Um, No one seems to see any. No one seems to see any like faults with this. And so because you're like close-ish to the security office, you do hear some click clacking in the security office, which makes you think that they listened and shut down the infrared lasers that are surrounding it. And so it's also like maybe to believe that like some the patrols have been like shifted so that they are not so heavily around the egg.
Okay.
Oh, and because you have the jewelry there, Kiran, you actually see multiple like plainclothes officers like suddenly leaving and moving, going somewhere else.
Looks like a couple of the cops are heading out.
Good, good, good.
You might want to delete those emails from her outbox just in case she looks at it.
Ooh, good call. Yep, yep. We'll definitely do that.
So, I mean, you want to try to do this in the broad of daylight, or are we waiting for this place to close?
Yeah,
I think there's an empty office up on the back corner of the third floor. Should have a good view of the park.
Okay, and then we get a space. We put a storms happen, so that's an option. To provide some cover on the way out. Um, just want to try something real quick. So before leaving, she is going to hit Control Alt Delete and go to change password and change this person's password.
I'm gonna have you roll a technology roll just because I think you need the original password to change it, even if you're already logged in.
Okay.
This
So
is usually true.
roll me a technology cunning, or once again, if you can like
I'm gonna
convince me of
say
something else.
Counterpoint: the password is usually on a sticky note on the monitor.
Also true. Uh, technology cunning. You need 2 hits.
I'm gonna say can we go with intellect to tap into the mind of a curator to see what they'd be thinking?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I got 2 hits.
That's all you needed. So it as you're like thinking like what would the password be? You're like, even though this is a fun job, it's just a job. It's probably password 1, and it wasn't. It was capital P password 1. So it took you two attempts, but you got
Baby Town Frolic.
it. All right, and so you have changed the password, so this person will not be able to log in without getting help from IT.
Gonna change the password to the same password, but it's a 0 instead of an O.
Oh, gee.
Do not
And
make the
one
password something you made in the past.
and the one of the S's is gonna be a $sign.
So we have gone from capital P password 1 to PAS $S word 0. Just
No,
enough
no.
to be infuriating.
So PAS
W0RD.
$W0RD1.
Nice.
So it's the exact same number of character strokes.
Oh god. All right.
All right.
So we have altered the security. We have made it so the head curator cannot access, and we have messaged Rachel and Doug that things need to be changed. So don't be shocked if we do make some changes. Are we waiting until tonight in that like office in the back, or are we heading down now?
Well, this is I was about to ask. I could definitely see Jacobs being the kind of person who would just start enacting their plan without necessarily consulting. But would you prefer that I not play them this way?
Oh no, absolutely.
I don't mind.
If he's just gonna snap into things, go for it.
Yeah.
And if he's asking in character to go for it, like
Oh no,
he's
I'm
just gonna be
asking
like,
out of character because I
If-
don't want him to be necessarily adversarial to your characters.
if he asks in character, Leticia would say do it. So
Okay.
Instigate.
Jacob is going to start heading for the maintenance office. which he would ask Kieran, who undoubtedly already knows where it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm occasionally being like, all right, turn left. 10 steps, second door on your right.
Awesome.
Okay. So it seems like we are like starting like about to like enact the plan. I say we use this time to take a little like 10-minute break, get some water, charge up, and then come back for like the second half.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
All right.
good.
See you all very soon.
All righty.
welcome back. Uh, last time we were here, we were just about to begin a caper. I feel like that's accurate. Like the caper is about to begin, and I believe Jacob, it is you who was kind of leading this charge. And so, let's return to you. Where are you heading currently?
I was going to be heading to the maintenance office.
And Kieran, with their like knowledge of the like layout of the building, was like kind of like leading you there, correct?
Yep.
All right. So you
At
find the
this
main.
point, Kieran is sitting in the stairwell
Hmm.
that no one seems to use, going up to the roof, just typing on their computer, trying to like pull up cameras and make sure that they're keeping an eye on everyone moving through the place.
Okay. Kieran, roll for me.
Also trying to make sure that we're invisible on those cameras at this point.
Roll for me a technology resolve roll. This isn't to like make sure you are invisible like that. I think is like pretty much set up. Like you have done
Yeah.
to like, but there is something that like you might be able to see depending
Okay.
on this technology resolve roll.
Let's see. Resolve 3. All right. Two successes.
Two successes. Okay. So you're looking around, and the vast majority of, uh, we'll say suspicious people have like moved away. There is one person who is, just kind of like hanging out in a way that like catches you off guard, but you can't really piece together why they're still there. Other than that, like this does seem to be like a nice
Uh,
clear shot for Jacob.
does sight unseen lend into that and give that a feat of scale at all?
This wouldn't be
Okay.
a sight
It
unseen
felt
thing.
like an observation thing, so I was just
Like
asking.
yeah, like the deciphering of like what or who they are is
Yeah,
slightly different. But yeah.
fair enough. Um, Seems like this is your window. Not quite sure what the plan is, but be sure to fill me in as you move, Jacob.
Oh, I'm just going to get myself a forklift first. And then I'm going to grab a toolbox,
Mm-hmm.
a cloth, which would almost certainly be in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also going to check if the generator is in there or if at the very least a generator.
There is a generator in there, yes.
All right. Is there also nearby a phone / intercom?
Yeah, there would be.
Probably going to make an announcement on that one.
All right, what is the announcement? What is your announcement?
I'm just going to basically like, hey, quick PSA, everyone. We're having a quick like electrical problem, and I'm going to be temporarily turning off the generator for just a mo. So it might get a little bit colder here, but nothing to worry about. And we'll return momentarily.
Okay.
So that I'll enter the maintenance office in however way subtle or unsubtle as I can, and turn off the generator, grab the toolbox, forklift, cloth, and
Mm-hmm.
start making my way towards the egg.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that the main closet is one of the less guarded places, so you don't really have to sneak in. You can just like walk in, walk out, no problem. You
Yep,
retrieve the items and you start making your way to the egg with the forklift.
I'm forklift lift certified.
Okay.
I
Uh,
have to say it. So
I think I will have you roll like a leadership, presence, or manipulation roll, as getting in is not a big deal. Like driving through the museum with a forklift, however, might be.
sure. Let me just see if if that makes sense. What my leadership is nothing. Um, Persuasion is nothing. I don't know. Would you accept integrity?
Yeah, sure. I'll accept integrity. Yeah, integrity.
This is just like I'm being as bold as I possibly can here because that's how you don't get noticed.
Right. Like if you do it with enough confidence, people won't question you.
Exactly. So you said sorry, integrity was what?
I'll say presence. Like you're doing it
Presence.
like very
Perfect.
bold. So yeah.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 1 hit, 2 hits, 2 hits.
Uh, as you're driving, I am going to say Officer Thompson is going to be the one to be like, no, this seems excuse me. You can't drive. There are too many people here. You can't drive that through the museum. It's not safe.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's not safe? That's how we drive the forklift.
Right, but like not while people are here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop and then resume this once the museum is closed.
Hold up. Do you work here?
Uh, I am tasked with protecting the people here. Yes,
You're
my name is
tasked
Officer.
with protecting the people here, but you don't actually work here at the museum.
Are you telling me that the museum's policies allow for this? Because if so, then I'll have to talk.
Absolutely. It regards the protection and the uh, first and foremost, like we're trying to protect the art here. Like that's the important part, right? Obviously, I'm not going to drive the forklift into anybody, but if there's a piece of art that needs to be, like for instance, it's being damaged by the dust or by air or just not being ventilated properly, you got to do this quickly, right? We do this all the
Unfortunately,
time.
unfortunately, the museum policy does not supersede a Tucson law. So you either have to stop or I'm going to have to arrest you.
Arrest me.
Yes, you are not allowed to drive this while people are in the museum.
Is
Letitia's
this guy
gonna.
on his own?
Letitia slows up. Officer, looks at her badge. Her badge. Thompson, is it Thompson? Officer Thompson.
Yeah, yes, Officer Thompson.
So, what does the law state about driving a forklift in a private area?
You are not allowed to drive a forklift around citizens. I should have read off some law that like I, Chaz, don't know.
All
That's
right,
fair.
give me as a let me get an academics and intelligence roll on that one. As an activist, she's going to be all about knowing these kinds of things, from an academic standpoint. And I got 3 successes on that.
And so you're looking for a workaround?
No, I'm well.
Stating the bylaw.
You know, in a public space, that her law makes sense, but this is private property. Everybody here is guests of the private
Yes.
property. So, if he is a worker going about his job, he's not violating any law.
You know what? You are right. However, I do think we're going to have to shut down the museum if this is a policy that the museum like tolerates, because that's just not safe. Excuse me, sir, up there. I do apologize. My arresting was a little early. However, do stay on the line. I will be shutting down the museum post haste, and then she'll get on her radio and start to radio to see if anybody will help her in this process.
There's really no need for that. I already made a PSA about this.
You made a PSA that it is safe to be, it is not safe with you driving a forklift. Like it is just not safe for the people here. There are children running around, and I'm sorry, but excuse me, and she'll jump back on the radio.
Ambrosia's gonna enter the room and work a little bit of dragon magic called Read the Room. Change the atmosphere in a room, either creating fear or calm. I'm gonna go with calm.
Okay.
Step in and go, "Hey, Thompson, I don't mean to interrupt this, but I really need. I wanted to talk to you about a possible what we talked about before, re-entry."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll get back to you. I do think we should take care of this, but it's not just that we'll need to deal with later. Yeah, are you?
Come on, come
And Thompson will follow you.
So I
Jacob is
can
just
pull
gonna
the
take
fire
off on
alarm.
the forklift.
All right, so you take off. I'm assuming heading towards the egg.
Yep.
The TC is also heading towards the egg.
Okay.
I mean, do you want me to clear the people out?
I had an idea for that, but if you have an idea, I would hate to steal any thunder you've got in mind.
I mean, I was just thinking, just set off like the flashers and like the fire alarm, being like, please go
Yeah,
to the nearest exit door.
I like that idea. Let's do it. Let's run
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
Run it.
All right, easily done. Lights start flashing. People start screaming, and they
Well,
start heading
but
to
it's
the egg.
calm because of the
The read. So I'm just reading the room as like when you come in,
Oh,
you kind of calm
yeah.
things. Once you do
Okay,
that, especially
alright.
because like there'll be like children here who may not be super into like flashing. And there's not a lot of screaming, but there is some. But like it's not like a panic.
Yeah.
People just like slowly head on
Okay,
out.
cool. Please calm and casually make your
Yeah.
way to the nearest exit.
And so people kind of like head on out. The protest kind of dies down now as they're like, what? Did we do that? We didn't do that, right? Did Ambrosia do that? No, Ambrosia wouldn't. Yeah, Ambrosia would do that. But the museum is effectively empty.
Okay. Well, load it up. Put a curtain over it.
You pick it up off the. How do you to get the egg from the glass?
Well, see now that was my plan. Is I'm just gonna forklift the whole thing.
Okay. So you forklift the whole thing, and you see that there is like a wire connecting the actual pedestal to the ground.
So,
Kieran,
Electrical wire, I should clarify.
is it still live with the generator off?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll just poke Kieran like, hey, you wanna take care of that one there?
So just as a clarification on something here, so the accelerated decay imbued when inheritance, it destroys the object. The object doesn't return once that is over. It's
Yeah, it's just
does
destroyed.
it, and then I have that inheritance back.
Yep.
She's just gonna touch the glass and use accelerated decay to shatter it
Okay.
to get the glass to rot into.
Oh, that's way more subtle.
Yeah.
Glass rots and turns into powder and falls down.
And thanks to
Perfectly
that
good
email,
opportunity
the
to
LED lights
destroy something.
have been disabled.
Yeah, the lasers are not active, and so you're able to like maneuver. Nothing goes off.
Oh yeah, just pick it up.
Yeah, it looks like the loading dock is this way, then that way, with giving them directions.
Do you want to fulfill your vision? Grab the egg. I don't mind.
She's gonna grab the egg, and then there's a forklift is gotta have like some like bag somewhere on there, right?
Yeah.
All right, so she's gonna kind of like stuff it into the bag on the forklift.
Well, before that, as you pick up the egg,
All right.
I don't know if you've seen Indiana Jones. I haven't, but I do know there's a thing where like there's a pressure plate, and by picking it up and not replacing it, alarms go off. While the lasers had been shut down, the pressure plate had not. And so as you take up, you hear a distinct click. You don't see a lot of like flashing lights as like the majority of the electricity for this building is gone. But you do know that like someone is aware of something.
All right, I'm gonna be useful here. I drive the forklift towards where I know the cops are gonna be and block whatever entrance they need to come down.
Okay, closest one will be like the that main entrance.
Probably where I was arguing with Thomas. Yeah.
Yeah. They aren't moving though. They don't seem to be aware of what it is. So whoever is aware of this click, it's not them. They're just on the outside, kind of like calming down the people.
You know, the forklift will be useful anyway. I'll just leave it there, blocking as much room as I possibly can, and then I'll take off and try and reconvene.
Okay.
All right.
Try to
so-
direct everyone to the stairwell to get up to the roof.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Um, at the loading dock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm gonna need to make a next skill roll on this. And since the idea is to persuade people to think that that's where we're trying to escape with the egg, gonna make a persuasion roll for the next skill roll on this. And that is one success, which is all I need to activate Calling Wind and Flame. Make an act skill roll. With any success, you summon an environmental disaster relevant to your primeval element, a windstorm, a hurricane, storm surge, etc., etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
This imposes a complication on the field equal to your primeval rating that lasts for a scene. So, a field rating of 2, because I have 2 dots in primeval.
Okay.
Storm going like from the loading dock to the part where we would be, the obvious escape route would be for someone stealing an egg or something from the museum.
Okay. So there is this very visible, like, moving storm that someone looking out for maybe psionic powers might be looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And while that's happening, everyone else like kind of goes to the roof.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, there is no one here, so there's no like resistance. You make your way to the top. Where to now?
The idea was up and out.
Yeah.
So you are transforming into dragons and flying away.
And unless someone's got a better idea, yep.
Yeah, I guess. Autobots roll out.
All right. Describe what your draconic forms look like. I just love me a good draconic form reveal.
Ambrosia, her mouth opens really wide, and a dragon snout starts popping out, and just there's a
Nice.
tearing sound, and she comes out, and she's like eating her human skin the way a lizard who's just shed would like eat the bits of skin.
Nice.
And she is a not like a long necked dragon. This is more like big, stubby kind of necked, stout bodied, big
Mm-hmm.
forearms and claws. The scales are like a deep indigo. It looks like glossy black until light hits it, and it's like iridescent purples and blues.
Nice. Okay.
And 2 sets of wings to get this bulk moving.
Nice. Nice. Really gotta like get pushing that way. I like
Yeah,
that. Does seem like fit Ambrosia's style too.
yeah. I mean, a big, just a huge honking head and jaws.
Mm-hmm. Jacob?
Yeah, I was actually looking up some pictures of Nidhogger.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I like the. I've always liked the idea of like worm interpretation of dragon.
Right.
So maybe not necessarily wings,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of serpentines through the air.
Gotcha. Like slithers as the like. I like that. You done?
Yep, that's pretty much. You know, like probably gonna go with the Rhymewick kind of style, like
Mm-hmm.
white scales.
Gotcha.
Yep.
You're on?
Ticia is
Oh, sorry.
a green serpentine feathered winged dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Matt's wingspan. Otherwise, she's a snake with wings, essentially, and feathers, and you know.
I like it.
And Kiran, I think, is more on the serpentine, but kind of a little more like aquatic and fish inspired. It looks to have like a body built for swimming.
Gotcha. So you don't so much
Very
slither as
blue, a little iridescent, and kind of swims through the air as opposed to.
like slithering or flying. Okay. So you all transformed your draconic cells and take off through the air. Where are you heading?
Someone's got to have a lair, right?
Want to
I
head to
bel-
my place? It's mobile.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Just about hit the limit for how long I can stay in that this location anyway. So I may as well.
All right. So you make your way to Jacob's lair. And once again, describe your lair for us, please.
Um, it is a kind of silver tin can mobile kind of RV, and I've got it hooked up to your very kind of practical or pragmatic station wagon truck ish, you know, ish. It all looks very unassuming and function over form. But as you all approach, you'll probably see Jacob point out wires. Like, watch out for that. There's a foot trap there. Step wide here and duck here and continue ducking, and then step wide here, and then opens the front door about 30 degrees, reaches inside and like unlatches like the shotgun. And he's like, yep, and we're good to go. I'll just leave those.
Okay. So having returned from was it the Douglas Museum of Natural History, you have successfully stolen these egg that you are now like convinced is not a T-Rex egg, but very much a draconic egg that actively has a draconic little baby in there.
Aw.
Aw.
4 dragons and a baby.
um, mhm.
Where was this thing that I remember too? Ah, yeah, Link to the Past. Uh, Wondering if I could invoke a second memory condition. Like, what does that do? Do I get a
Right.
second vision?
Yes. So when you invoke a memory condition, you connect to one of your callings, and then I give you the memory, connect to your calling, and then by completing that memory, you would regain a inheritance if you had to use it.
Okay. All right. I was
But
I was wondering what that meant.
I feel like this is a great time to use it. So let's say you use it, give me a calling, and then if you complete it, you'll just have 2 inheritance for the rest of this game.
What was the calling? Sorry.
Should be the bottom left of your character sheets. You should have
Yeah,
3.
callings. Mystic. I'm gonna go with Watcher 2. Just that by itself, or
Yeah, that is enough for me to give you a vision. Mhm. Watcher, you said?
yep.
The player. Oh, interesting. So you like just call on this vision, and your visions are sometimes clear, sometimes unclear, but there's usually some sort of like plot, a progression of something begins here and then ends here. Um, as you are in this vision, all you see is death and destruction. The world is literally on fire, like the air is on fire. And as you kind of like snap out of this vision, you see this egg, and you have a deep desire to protect it, although not because it needs your protection.
Dang.
Karen will kind of shake their head a little, let their hair fall back, and probably notice that they're sweating a little more than they were.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Something very deathly and fiery is coming, and I think we need to protect this thing. Not that it needs it, but I think we need to.
Speaking of which, Jacob,
Yeah.
what types of traps do you have outside your RV?
Uh, Violent kinds.
You
Like
hit.
that's not to be facetious, but um, I usually work under the assumption that anyone who's approaching my uh, RV uninvited is deserving of malice.
Okay. You hear the screams of two human beings as two of them have walked right into your traps.
I mean, there's always a first, so I suppose. I will go run out and see if I can ascertain what's going on.
So you see two people just caught in the spike pit. Um,
Yep.
and behind them, two more, with the one that is just, like more confident saying, "Hi ho, neighbor. Would you mind if we chatted for a bit?"
Um, any of them wearing uniforms?
Uniforms? No, both. Well, I guess all four of them armed. Although actually, I'm just gonna count the two. They're like not in the scene anymore.
Armed?
They are armed.
Um,
One with a massive, what looks to be like a rifle type.
what
Just to
kind
be
of
clear,
rifle? Do you want
this
to you
is
want to give me a like a locksmith kind of rifle, like a modern rifle,
Modern-ish. Like there's some weird changes to it, but it definitely feels modern.
like magazines?
Yep.
Okay. Um, well, I guess I will. Can I get any kind of what is this? I think I have to spend momentum on this. Give me 1 second here. Um, Warning sense. Presence of danger before it emerges. Spend momentum and double the successes on any roll to detect ambushes or to discern whether a person means harm. I would like to do this
Okay.
and sort of suss out the intentions of these people. I mean, obviously, I myself am assuming they mean harm because someone just got thrown in a pit and they seem more focused on me
Than the
than
actual people who are like screaming for help.
yeah. Um, so honestly, we can do away with that. I'm going to assume that they mean harm. I'm just going to be like, aren't you worried about your friend there?
Oh no, they'll be fine. I'm actually more interested to talk to you. Would you mind coming out for a bit?
You might be You might want to watch out for the swinging trap behind you, though. Like,
Uh,
there's a second one.
he will grab the like other person with him and toss him behind him, thereby like
Uh,
dampening the swinging trap, but reducing his numbers to one.
so it was a complete bluff. I am now going to cast I'm going to cast my elemental manipulation earth
Mm-hmm.
if I can. Wait, no, this is the wrong character. It was actually going to be frost.
Ah,
Um,
yes.
and try and freeze them in place.
Do you have a spell that does that, or are you doing the?
I'm doing searing cold, flash freeze. I'm spending one inheritance to do so.
Okay. Is there anything special with it, or is it just like you're frozen?
You can drain away the heat of the world, icing over landscapes and freezing enemies from the inside out. Make a range attack on single range band within long range of you. The attack has the piercing tag and either the bashing or lethal tag, your choice. I'm gonna go with lethal.
Okay. Roll me a, let's say, firearms. And actually, whatever attribute like feels best for you right now.
Um, I guess it is a hold on. Range attack on single range band within long
Mm-hmm.
of you. Are they long from me?
Yep, they are within long range band of you.
That's very fair. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna say, in very fair terms, none of my skills are very applicable to casting any kind of range attack. So, if I
I
do
could
firearms, it would be untrained.
I could see occult as it is, yeah, technically magic. We could like stretch it that way.
Sure. I'll. That's very merciful here. All right. Do you want to do occult? I guess dexterity would make the most sense, but I'd prefer might if I can get away with it.
You're angry? Yeah, sure. Let's go occult might.
All right. Damn, the dice have not been super kind to me. I have one hit.
They're making their way over to us in a threatening manner.
They are not making their way to made their way over to you, but got caught by the traps of Jacob's lair. The essentially head guy is slightly more cautious and is like very obviously like using the other people as like fodder.
Right.
Unfortunately, one does not hit, and so he moves out of the way, seemingly trained in your type of magic.
Well, can I ask or add, if I'm not hitting them directly, would I at least frost the area over, making those traps a little bit more likely to happen?
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
All right. In that case, I'm going to is like,
Well,
well, I was going to back into the mobile as complete reckless abandon here, but
I'm gonna just build off of this bolt of cold that just came out,
Hmm.
and even though it missed, it's going to erupt into an ice storm.
Okay.
And calling wind and flame. One of those is, yeah, if it's an 8, that means one of those is a success, so that it activates that knack. So the people within 2 field imposes a complication on the field of my primeval rating of 2.
Right.
So any rolls that they make to approach the lair have a complication of 2 now. 'Cause
Okay.
It's cold and icy.
Cold is icy, the wind's roaring, and you see him yelling something. I assume that means you don't want to talk.
that is correct. I'm also going to mark them as my prey.
Okay. Then you'll see him start to like take aim with his like massive rifle.
Okay.
Give me a and everyone can do this. Give me a firearms cunning roll.
Firearms cunning. Nope.
3 hits.
3 hits. Oh shit. Ambrosia, it becomes very obvious to you. He's not aiming at any of you all, which is a shock because, like, 2 of his, friends are in trouble, and you just tried to like freeze him twice.
Oh.
He's not aiming at y'all. He's aiming at the egg.
Hmm.
Oh
Well-
crap. Ambrosia is she winces thinking about this, but she takes out she's got a really nice pen. This is like an unbreakable, expensive titanium pen, and she looks at it and she eats it. As I use what's it called? Not power tasting, leeching strength. I have the power to drain the inherent properties from an object by
Ooh.
consuming it or destroying it in some way. In this case, I'm consuming it, and I'm going to be stepping in front of the egg.
All right.
I want to gain I want to gain the object's durability.
Getting that, like, all right, we'll say you get an extra 2 hard armor.
All right. Just for the record, I botched that.
I'll say because I asked you for it, nothing bad happens, but you do get the momentum.
All right.
However, he is gonna shoot. How many dice do you have? Oh, that's a lot of dice, my friend. 1. For someone who has a lot of dice, you really didn't do that much. Ambrosia, because you stepped ahead, please roll your defense. You should have that on your, which is, what is it, 4? 5.
Where's it at?
The bottom right of your character sheet.
Right. Yeah. 2, 4, 5. Ooh, it's 8s and above, right?
Yes.
No hits.
All right.
Can I spend like a momentum or something?
Not if you have 0 hits.
Okay, cool.
So you jump ahead, and he essentially shoots through your armor, breaking both this like newly acquired hard armor. Which catches you off guard because, like, even if it was like aimed at you, which it wasn't, human bullets shouldn't be able to do that. This is someone who is trained in hunting dragons.
Okay.
So he'll yell again, "Are you sure you don't want to talk?"
Do we want to talk?
I mean, Kieran just said they saw fire and we got to protect the egg, and this guy is firing at it. I
Well-
really just want to eviscerate this guy.
I want to clarify.
Sure.
You did see fire, but separately, you have a need to protect this egg, even though you know it doesn't need it.
Fair, but see, Jacob heard fire, protect egg,
You know what? I like it. Fair.
and this guy shot at the egg. So I'm actually gonna go like book it towards them.
I imagine Jacob looking around as some fortified something in this lair.
Yeah. Jacob Lair is pretty nice, so I'd
Okay.
assume there's something.
So there's probably like a safe. It's not open,
Yeah.
but Leticia can go and put this egg like behind the safe from where the guy is shooting. So he has to shoot through the safe to get to the egg.
Yeah. Okay. So you spend some time, you like get the egg in,
I've got a -1, so it's going to take a while to get the save moved in place.
and like we're like what's the combination again? And you mess up a couple times, but you have a plan to protect the egg.
Oh, she didn't even think to put it in the safe. She's just physically putting the egg behind the safe.
Oh, that's good.
So if you walked around to the other side and shot through the side of
It'd
it,
be
the safe wouldn't do anything. But just from where he is,
he can't see it. So you know what? I still like it. uh so yeah, I feel like we are past the talking. I think this is initiative time, if I'm reading this correctly. So
Yeah,
for initiative,
Kieran
roll.
didn't have a pre-initiative action, so I would just like to
Okay.
say that they are staring at the dude and invoking the minor chaos and just like trying to get a sense of
Get a sense of what?
or actually hold on, foresight is almost cooler. Uh yeah, I'm gonna use foresight on him.
What does foresight do?
Okay, so you know what your target is going to do before they do it. When
Hmm.
the target attacks you, you can change a stunt the target is using to a different one. For example, if they declare inflict damage, you could change it to knockdown instead.
Oh, interesting.
They may still spend the requisite successes to perform the stunt. Alternatively, you can use your understanding of the future to influence it, dictating who and what the target may attack, which is what I was thinking of the version of taking. You declare both the target of an attack and a stunt for your target used in this fashion. The spell imposes a +3 complication if they do not buy it off. You dictate how they spend their successes.
Okay, I like it.
So I will be trying to read this guy's future and set up things such that he's not doing what he wants to do.
Okay. So that was your pre-initiative action. Now for initiative, if you would, please roll your best combat skill, whatever you feel is like best for you. So very commonly it's like firearms or close combat, but it also could be like technology if you like fight with drones. So like whatever is your best combat skill and cunning.
I think I'm just going with athletics in this case.
Okay. Makes sense.
Leticia is a lover, not a fighter, so we're going with persuasion on this one.
Okay, you're gonna try to persuade him to
I'd say, well, that was worthless. Can you botch initiative?
technically no.
Okay. Then technically I didn't botch.
Technically I didn't botch.
I got
Well-
2.
1.
I was just looking something over. I have 2 hits. Sorry, is it hit on 8 or 7?
8.
Okay, then it's only 1 hit. Continues to be an SOB. So, real quick, devastating dragon's presence. First time you enter a fight, typically when you roll initiative, make a next skill roll. For each success, designate one target you can see to gain a complication equal to your inheritance divided by 2. Is this inheritance I have or like my total inheritance?
Let's say total.
Okay, well, if I have the 1 inheritance, then do you mind if I do this now?
Yeah, sure.
I really only care about the 1 target that I've marked.
Okay, yeah. That works.
All right. Then if you want to, I know I'm asking a lot here. Walk me through a Nax roll.
So a next skill roll, you would have a skill that like represents the action that you're doing. So for this, if I heard you correctly, it would be like a leadership or something.
If you want to do, let me see. Honestly, I would go with survival.
Okay.
Like I'm basically going full primal mode. Like I'm gonna tear this guy apart.
Okay. Roll a survival roll.
And that's not with anything, right?
No, I think it's just the skill.
Continues to not be anything. Okay, nothing.
All right.
So you see you gain a complication equal to your. Well, okay. So for each success, so I get no targets. Never mind. All right. Cool. Cool. Nothing. It's nothing.
So on his initiative of 3, he's gonna try to shoot one of you. Like that's just
That's
the
fair.
the talking's
Um,
not working, so he'll try to shoot.
So just to let you know, since I have marked them as my prey, are they a lower tier than me at all?
No, they are not a lower tier than you.
Oh, I will say, I since I marked them as my prey, I do gain 1 enhancement, so I would have gotten at least 1 hit on that. So
Enhance
I guess
enhancement only works if you already have a hit.
you're right. Okay, never mind. Sorry, my bad.
No, no worries.
Dice are worthless. Throwing them out.
Kieran, are you doing anything with foresight as you see him taking aim to likely Jacob, who is just charging? I think Kieran is busy right now.
Sorry,
Oh, no worries.
forgot I muted. I would like to use it in the fashion that imposes a +3 complication that if he doesn't buy off, I dictate how he spends his successes.
Okay. Jacob, please roll your defense. You should have your defense die on the bottom right of your character sheet.
Yes, 4. So does that mean I'm rolling 4 dice?
Yep.
Sort of God. Oh, hey, 2 hits.
2. So you have a defense of 3. He will buy off the complication, but unfortunately that means he will miss you, Jacob, as the bullet just goes wide right.
Solid.
Because he was really trying to shoot the raccoon that was
Yeah, that raccoon that's been like annoying him
on the roof of the RV behind us.
All right. He's going to choose you, Jacob. You go next. We are doing popcorn. So whenever you go, like you choose who goes after you.
Can I close the distance?
Yes, I would say you would have to make a movement roll. Usually I don't do that, but because is just like ice flying around, roll a movement roll. Once again, movement dice should be at the bottom right of your character sheet.
Okay. Oh man. Every time I try and scroll down a bit, I move like 5 pages down. Movement dice are 8. It's a lot of movement dice.
Dang, Jacob.
Well, I would hope they can close the distance because they're gonna be the most useful. That's not awful. 2 hits.
I mean, you're able to buy off the complication.
Could I steal another momentum just to like allow myself to do something this round?
Up to the group. You have 4 left, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I used one when we were at 4.
3 rolls, so we got to get some back there.
You definitely got some back. I didn't give you any for the initiative, but I did give you some for the other ones.
All right.
So then I would actually think that does mean we're at 4 because I think I used one when we were at 4.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all don't mind if I use one, that I assume that would help me close the distance so I can tear this guy.
With 3 hits, you would get essentially up in close range with them.
All right, cool. So I'd like to do a close combat might, and let me see. I have enhanced impact and armor shearing jaws. So I'm just gonna bite right into this guy.
Ooh, do it. What's your defense there, buddy?
Natural tags automatically gain the piercing tag count as 1 scale greater for the purpose of destroying inanimate objects. Although that's not very. If you have rending claws transformed, gain +1 enhancement. Does that mean I have to transform into a dragon?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Wait, if you have rending claws is a different skill, but I know if you transform, you also gain those like benefits.
Right. Okay, so it sounds like this is only helpful. Well, it has a piercing tag. Does that not? That's still helpful, I think, because that goes through their defense.
Yeah.
Okay. So 4 dice and 5 more dice. Jesus. And I don't know if this is too much, but I feel like I almost want to like lean on like my destroyer calling and remembrance. See if I can earn an inheritance from this. But I got a 10, so that's 2 hits and an 8, so I got 3 hits total.
3 hits total. That does not beat his defense even with the piercing.
Wow,
So
crazy.
he like sees you coming, and as an expert dragon hunter, like dodges out of the way of your jaws because he knows you're coming in for the bite. You can like because
Oh well, I don't know if this changes anything, but I would gain the enhancement on this roll until the end of session until you catch them, whichever comes first.
oh, that's
So
4. That does
yeah,
change things. You do.
okay, sorry.
He attempts to dodge out of the way, looking very confident until he is caught in your jaws.
Solid.
But you would only be able to buy the damage tag. You won't have anything left for any stunts.
That's okay. I just want to draw blood.
Yeah, and that you did.
Is there a chance I could try and pull some inheritance from this?
So yeah, you would have to do that memory thing, like invoking that memory. It specifically said invoking the destroyer memory.
Well, I guess like the thing is that this is all of them. Predator, destroyer, guardian. I am like dead set on protecting the egg. I am like very much full like beast mode, trying to just destroy this guy. So take your pick. I'll lean on guardian just to go. I don't want to lock myself out of the good end. Like.
Okay, we can do guardian. I do have to ask you, the human being, a very specific question. What
Yes.
is the in the entire world, not what like your dragon tasks you to do, in the entire world, what is Jacob's the thing that he most wants to protect?
Those that are, I suppose this is almost, it almost sounds like a gotcha. Those that need protecting, but those are that are less inclined or less able to protect themselves. Um,
Gotcha.
so, as much as I've been told that this egg does not need protecting, it is not able to protect itself.
That is true. Okay, so you like lean into this memory and you have this vision. However, it's something that you've never seen. It is you murdering a fellow dragon.
Shit.
For you to gain this inheritance, you have to kill the egg.
I have to kill the egg.
If Jacob's key thing is protecting those that needs protecting, in order to like accomplish that goal from this memory, you have to kill the egg.
That seems very counterintuitive. I'm not. That's not an accusation. I
I know,
am.
yeah.
Well, sometimes being a protector means your primate and lizard brain are at odds with each other. So I'm going to double down and tear this guy apart.
Okay.
I will say no to the inheritance.
Gotcha. All right. You are still focused on this guy. Please pick who is going next.
I'm gonna go with Kieran.
So foresight is just kind of happening passively.
Yeah.
The egg is behind the safe.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just like looking at what I think, quite honestly, I'm just trying to look around and find the quickest way out of this situation if need be. Like, I'm trying to make the escape plan if everything goes to shit and I need to grab this egg and run myself.
Okay, so that one you can do without a roll.
Yeah. But I'm
Jacob's
gonna
lair.
take my turn doing it because I don't really have a combat action.
Okay. So Jacob's lair is fairly fortified. Jacob has spent a lot of time on his lair. So there are multiple ways, and especially because like you don't see anybody on the opposite end. Like this isn't like the museum where there were like guards everywhere. This was like four people, supposedly highly trained, came in one direction, and so you could take the egg, go out the opposite end, and then you'd be fine. However, because you're using your turn for this, I will say that the situation has changed slightly. The egg seems to have hatched and out crawls not a dragon, but a small child, looks to be about 8 or so, in like ragged clothing.
Not so 8 years old seems kind of like a demon age to me.
Hmm hmm hmm
uh over the earpieces you just hear me go, did that it hatched? And then I'll pass it along to uh Josh's character.
All right. I don't like that gun. Um,
Fair.
I'm gonna spend an inheritance and cast Ashes to Ashes
Ooh.
as Ambrosia's throat expands and she just goes "Rah!" with a mouthful of sharp teeth, and I'm going to shoot flames out. You gain precise control over the process of burning. You may make an attack on a living or inanimate non-living target with the piercing, range short, and aggravated tags. Successful attack on a trivial or non-living target grants the following stunt: Incinerate. Success is equal to the target's stamina or durability. The target is burned completely. It is reduced to nothing but ash.
Ooh. And you said you're specifically targeting the gun.
Targeting the gun.
Roll it.
All right, that'd be like a firearms.
Yeah, like firearm dexterity is like my go-to for range, but like
Yeah.
if there's any others you want to switch, you can do that.
No, I think that makes sense. All right. Is a 10 another roll, or is that count as two? I don't remember
Two.
this. Two. Okay, so 3 hits.
Oh, that is more than enough. While the dragon hunter is not a trivial target, the gun is. And so while this dragon hunter is like fighting Jacob off, like trying to recover his arm, just puts that gun out just a little bit too far, and you catch it and incinerate it to nothing. It's gonna make
Yes,
fighting a lot harder. That was a very cool gun.
it was. And let's see who hasn't gone. Letitia hasn't gone, right?
Yeah, Leticia
I
has.
will. I'll pass it on to Letitia.
So since Letitia is the one closest to the egg, and this egg is now hatched out an 8-year-old boy,
Girl.
8-year-old girl. Fine, either
Mhm.
way, it is not inherently dragon.
Not inherently dragon, although she is looking up you, and you do see those like nictitating membranes. So like the eyelids are closed like this way rather than up and down. So not human for sure.
You just described Natasha. What's her name in Species? As another child. That is not a reassuring thing. Um,
She looks up at you. What do you do?
who are you?
I think my I don't know. Can you give me a name?
We're going to call you Alice for the time being. Um, and was it Jacob that had the vision of the world on fire,
That's
and that
Kieran.
Kieran had the
Hmm.
vision of the world on fire, and the egg not needing protecting?
Yes. And then you might be able to pick it up even though Jacob is in like I am going to destroy you mode. Jacob did have the vision of protecting those who need protecting. involves stopping this
Do I need to
child.
roll to tell that this is a demon child?
I'm gonna say yes. Like,
All right, hold on. Non-verbal cues as a specialty on this one.
Yep.
Kick in.
sounds
All right.
good.
Oh, thankfully that special key kicks in, because that means that out of that 9 dice that I just rolled, I got 2 successes instead of 1.
Okay, well, we will say 2 successes kicks in because while you are human, you are also in fact dragon. You have very strong instincts, and everything about this child is telling you run away. Like everything about this child, there is something about her that like she could end up destroying you, destroying the city. Like there's just something about her that you're like danger. I don't know.
It's all for you, Damien. It's all for you.
Alice, there's a man out there. He just want to talk to you. Do you want to go say hi to him?
No, that man looks boring. But I like you though. You gave me a cool name. Let's play.
Oh no.
All right, we'll just play hide and seek.
Give me a per. You're good at persuasion, right?
Persuasion, yes.
Give me a persuasion presence roll. No, persuasion composure because you were like actively terrified. You need
Okay.
1 hit.
I don't think changing beliefs is going to count on this, is it?
No.
Nonverbal cues from empathy?
Sure.
All right. So that makes it 4 successes.
All right. You could tell she's a little frustrated, but then she thinks about it. Yeah, hide and seek could be fun. Should I hide?
This is like your first time playing because you just hatched, so you get to pick.
What do you want to do, Alice? Odds, she wants to hide. Even, she wants you to hide. Odds, she'll hide.
Okay. You go on hide. How high do you want me to count?
Count to 20.
Okay.
And then she will like bust out the front door, like straight through the traps. Many of the traps go off. She doesn't seem phased, and she'll like go into like as far as she can and start hiding.
Okay.
I just picture doing the weapons run.
Does she get hit by any of the traps, or does she just
3 of them.
magically avoid them?
Nope, doesn't avoid them. Go straight through. She's not affected by the traps.
They go off. They don't affect her.
Yeah, like one of the like a big log just like comes swinging down, hits it. The log splits in half. She just
Yo,
like
one of
giggles
those
and
was a
keeps-
fragmentation grenade.
Yep, her leg's still there. Grenade is not.
Dang.
Ruh-roh.
Anything else you'd like to do for your turn, Leticia?
I think that is it time wise for my turn. I got to start counting.
All right. At the end of the round, you get to choose who goes at the beginning of the next round.
The dragon hunter guy, did he go?
He went in this round. Yeah, he went first.
Let's have him go first this round.
Smart. Yeah. He is going to. Well, Jacob, you'd be the one to see this the most. Like while he was like focused on you, he is now fixated on that child, and he's going to try to run away.
Okay.
It's like yeah. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. He gets 6 hits to run away. 2.
He
He
did
used
have
2
a
to
plus
buy.
3.
Huh?
He does still have a +3 complication to make its own choices.
He will buy off the +3 complication with 3 of those hits.
And he also still has 2 complications from
He
being
will
in the ice
buy
water.
off the +2 with those. Still has 1 success left.
He's
And
also
yeah,
got a pit trap.
he does have the things. He will not be able to buy off the trap.
Um, Gee whiz.
But he's still going to try his best to run away.
All right, fair.
He just does not get very far. He makes it to not the next band, because the next band extreme. He makes it like slightly farther in the far band from the lab, but
R-
then
Respect
gets
it.
hit with the trap. We're gonna say Ambrosia. You go next.
So did I see? Did we all see this child like basically run through
Yeah,
and
like
then
she doesn't like. She just went out the front door as y'all are, like in the middle of a fight and just like ran through. Apparently, there's a
Alright.
fragmentation grenade, so like that attracts attention.
I am gonna run to the pit and
Mhm.
say, "What is that?"
Those are punchy sticks.
As you are, yeah, you get to the pit, and as he's like trying to climb out with his like one kind of ripped up arm, he's just like, "That's the end of the world, and you've unleashed it."
um,
You could do an occult intelligence roll.
yeah, why not? Let's see. Intellect. Oh, I don't have a cult, but I will roll my intellect. 3 hits.
Oh shit. Um, there are many different flights, many different like families of dragons, essentially, and they all have like different intentions. However, a common, at least belief about dragons is that because they used to like rule the world and they have been since replaced by the gods, there is this deep-seated need for revenge. And that revenge is not a reclaiming of the world, but a destruction of the world. And while the dragons do have many chess pieces that they move, most like humans don't know what those chess pieces are. While it does seem where this child is the end of the world, it would not be out of the realm of understanding that the dragons would be, creating this like ultimate weapon of destruction.
Ambrosia says, "God's damn it," and reaches down to try and help this guy out of the pit.
Yeah, no, he'll take that. This is desperation time. And he'll take it, but like still be on defensive. Like there's you, and then there's Jacob.
Yeah. I'll pass it to Kieran.
All right. Um, Sensing a bit that not everyone is on the side of protecting the child
Hmm.
that doesn't really need protection. But I still feel pretty strong need to.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna take my knowledge of the way out of here without getting trapped. Uh, Try to sort of sneak off without everyone necessarily noticing. Um, Towards where the child ran.
Okay.
Go like around the RV two halls down and start going down that street. You know.
That should be pretty easy. Most people are like pretty far away at this point. I think only Leticia is in. And Leticia, are you fixated on like what's happening inside or like what's happening outside?
Well, if Letitia is playing hide and seek, their eyes are closed and they're counting to 20.
Oh, her eyes are not fucking closed. She is slowly and loudly counting to 20 in Spanish. It's been 5 seconds and she's on dose.
Yeah.
Okay. So you probably can't sneak past Leticia, but you can get out.
I mean, are you trying to stop me from leaving?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm just gonna wander off.
Okay. And yeah, you know the way to get out without any like traps, so you don't need to roll. You say you're looking for Alice.
Yeah. Can I use my keen-eyed watcher giving me Can I?
You don't need
That's
to.
only when I enter a field.
She's not particularly good at hiding.
All right. Well, then I will try to find the biggest threat.
Oh, yeah, no, her. Done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you like walk into the back and you see her just kind of like in the corner, but like technically hidden, but not really hidden.
All right. I'm feeling like instead of foresight, it might be time for a little chaos to start happening around here.
Okay. What type of chaos would you like?
I mean, there's already weird elemental storms happening. There's just gonna
Mm-hmm.
be more of that.
Okay. You like expand the elemental storm around her, so you know that she's affected. She doesn't seem to notice. But also she is like quote unquote hiding, so like she's not like moving that much anyway.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Each round, choose one target within short range. Okay. How long is short range?
Short range
Is that
is
like?
effectively melee.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that like touch?
I think it's slightly far. Sorry, slightly farther than melee. So you don't need to like be able to touch her, but you should be able to like see
Yeah.
her. It should be like maybe I think 10 feet or so.
All right. Actually, I'm gonna get to the point where anyone getting within short range of her that isn't one of us,
Mm-hmm.
i.e., basically the bad guy, if he comes within short range, I want him to have the complication from the chaos.
Gotcha. Okay. So you extend that like winter storm around her. He will have that extra complication were he to go anywhere near her.
Yeah. And I'll put a finger in front of my mouth and say, "Shh, I'm hiding."
Yeah. She giggles and is like, "Yeah, I'm hiding too. We're so good at hiding." All right. Who do you pass it off to?
I don't think Jacob's done this round yet. Let's go there.
So Jacob's finding it pretty hard to read the room. I can I take the interaction I had with my remembrance and calling to be almost like sort of what my patron is requesting of me. If not, then I almost feel like I need an answer. Like my patron sort of gave me the hint, go and get the egg. They didn't really say what to do with it.
The original remembrance, the one that was go and get the egg, was given to you by the patron. You did not request that.
True. No, I'm
So
requesting clarification now.
yeah, so like because you asked for it, that wasn't necessarily like the patron giving you their like request. That was like you taking your patron's like memories and using it to like fulfill your information. So like
Right.
out of character, especially because of time, the patron wants this child to succeed and live and grow and likely like revenge and take over the world and burn and yada 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 because like how dare y'all do this to us. That's likely what your patron does. But you don't want that because that would very much harm all the people who cannot protect themselves.
True. So it seems like I am at direct, like,
Yes.
confrontational odds with my patron.
Yes. This is one of those like my patron wants this, but this is directly against what I want. I'm going to have to make a choice.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm gonna go like wrestling style, dunk a child on a punji stick. Like, just go and like embrace them in like a hug, and then just kind of like do that thing where I kind of hold them out and then leap forward and put my entire body weight on them and just like slam dunk them into a grenade.
As you start running away, the dragon hunter is going to yell out, "No, you fool! Do not run in there blindly!" He won't stop you, but
I've been doing nothing but running in blindly all day. It's been working out pretty well for
this
me,
is what I
actually.
do. All right, so you are going to run in and interrupt the game of hide and seek.
Um, I guess I am. Yeah. I mean, like everything about this is like no, but I got to do it. I know that Kieran is with the kid, and I might confer with them first. This is maybe the only time I've done this the whole game, but um, sort of like talk to them for a moment about what I feel needs to happen.
Okay. So you're confirmed with Kieran. Leticia, you have not gone yet this round, correct?
Nope.
I believe you're the last one to go.
All right. So I do not know who my
Nope.
who I am in heir to. Does that mean that I can't tap into memory?
No, you can. You just won't like know specifically who the memories are coming from. They might be a little more like foggy, but you absolutely can tap into memory.
Okay. I can I direct it in any way, or am I just tapping into memory based on?
You can direct it based off of your 3 callings.
Okay. So I'm gonna go off of the healer calling,
Mm-hmm.
and think of of a being that was out capable and out to destroy the world, that was was prevented from doing so, and how the world healed from that.
Okay. So you have a very similar memory of attacking one of your fellow dragons, this likely being the draconic form of Alice. But as Alice reverts back to a small child, that memory continues, and she looks up to you with those eyes and asks, "Would you like to play a game?" Get the feeling that, like, in order to, like, restrain her destructive tendencies, you just have to, like, entertain
Okay. Um, Leticia is still loudly counting,
her.
shouting out of the. Um, she didn't close her eyes, so she had an idea of which
Yeah.
direction Alice ran off to. Um, and unless she's trying to hide in plain sight, she probably lost her. But she's
Yeah.
going to be shouting 15,
Mm-hmm.
16, 18, 19, 20, and start looking around
Mm-hmm.
for Alice, being very careful about all the traps that did not get set off.
Right. The trap explained to you, so like it's pretty easy for you to avoid it. Once again, it's also pretty easy for you to find Alice. She is good at many things. Hiding is not one of them.
You know how, like, when a parent is obviously sees is a kid or hiding or seek, or like how when a dog and a puppy are playing together and the dog pretends that the puppy is winning.
Yeah.
That's what Leticia is doing right now.
Ooh. So
She's not finding Alice. She knows exactly where Alice is, but she's making a big deal that she cannot find Alice.
here's what I'm gonna have you do. Give me a persuasion resolve roll. This will be the last roll of the night.
Okay.
As you are
Absolute best not possible dice pool that I can have. I'm not going to get any successes, probably. Now, really? I guess this is the best time to do it. So that is it. 10's double, right? In this we're doing.
Yep.
Okay. So that means that is 5 successes.
Excellent. As you stumble around, you looking for Alice, yelling, Alice, Alice, where are you? And she just giggles louder and louder, just having the best time of her life. At some point, she runs over and says, wow, you're bad at finding. But this was super fun. Can we play again? Seems like you all have made a friend in the demonic child that is Alice.
Well, I was about to slam dunk her, but I mean, we can go with that as well.
Yeah, play wrestling.
I mean,
Yeah,
we will say, like, even if you do run in and slam dunk her, it wouldn't hurt her. And if you just frame it as playing wrestling, she would also be like, wow, you are so fun. Can we be friends?
cool. All right, fine.
And I think that's where we'll end. I think that's actually a satisfying conclusion. Not only did we like fulfill the memories given to us by the draconic patrons, technically we also like stopped the world from being destroyed. We just
For
have like an
now.
8-year-old like rambunctious child who is going to want to be consistently playing.
We have to raise her right.
Yeah. And I think that the Railiger Right will be a game for next time. But thank you all so much for playing. I like to, when close out, just do like an epilogue of like, what is your character doing having like gone through this? So let's go backwards, or what I can remember backwards. So Zachary, what is Ambrosia doing in the foreseeable future? And then also, reintroduce yourself where we can find you all the fun things.
Um, Leticia in the near future is conning as many people as she can into babysitting.
Fair.
Um, yeah, that is the near future. If we need to go into the far near future, um, she is in enrolling Alice in boarding school in another country, um, so that she can play over there,
Right.
away
Still,
from.
still has fun, but like you get
Yeah,
a break from the constant.
yeah,
That's probably smart.
yeah. She can come for holidays when Leticia is somehow magically somewhere else. Uh, yeah, yeah. I am Zachary Naldra, he, they. I am at Zach Rules on many things on the internets. If you go for a social media place and you find Zach Ruiz, he got to that one first. Don't be mad at him. That's on me. That was my bad. Try Zach Rules Dice. If that's you still can't find me there, then I'm just not on that platform. If you are looking for me in other places, such as on Twitch, I will be here on Friday running They Came from Camp Mirror Lake, and then in Friday night playing, and then a Saturday playing, and then Sunday. You'll have a chance to find me this weekend. There's like a 80% chance if you turn into show this stream this weekend, I'll be in it in some way.
Beautiful. Joshua, what is Ambrosia doing in the near to far future?
Ambrosia's turning her investigative skills towards finding out more about this child, and how they might direct her to not destroy the world, maybe even do some good. Perhaps with the help of her new frenemy, uh,
Hmm.
uh, and simultaneously, on the back burner, finding a Batman level contingency plan if they can't do that.
Very fair. Love it.
And
And then,
yeah, and I'm Joshua Deach. You can find me at various places with the tag down there at Joshua Deach. It's spelled exactly how it's not pronounced. And yeah, you can find me at Blue Sky, on Discord, and possibly other places if you try that.
well, thank you so much. Uh, Corey, what is Kieran doing in the near to far future?
I think Kieran is gonna be ostensibly helping everyone else entertain the child with all the fun tech goodies,
Oh yeah.
but also like tons of nanny cams. That child is basically constantly watched. And Kieran knows about the plot to stop the end of the Earth and is secretly coming up with ways to stop that plot of Ambrosia's in the event that it comes to needing the child needing protection.
Mm-hmm.
But never really being like, yeah, go ahead, you make your plan. I'll just make sure I have a loophole for the loophole kind of situation. Uh, uh, because if the world needs to end, the world needs to end. I mean, let's be real.
Sometimes you just gotta
Uh,
have a fresh beginning.
Sometimes you just need to purge all intelligent life on the planet. Get a fresh reboot.
Yeah.
Aaron's laughing because that's one of the possible endings of the video game Caves of Cud that I work on. Yeah, that's where you can find me is play some caves. Thanks.
Beautiful. Thank you much. Aaron, what is Jacob doing in the near to far future?
Okay, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Last I heard, Iceland still has an active volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Would that work? Like, if I can't slam dunk the kid into a pit, active volcano.
There
Would
are
that
things that would work. Active volcano is more like swimming pool-esque for her. But like you're on the right track. It needs to be on that sort of like kind of global scale.
Antarctic then?
That would do more, yeah.
Yeah, go the other direction. Okay, great. Bottom of the ocean. That might do it.
Yeah, for that much
Arctic
pressure.
Ocean. Yeah, it's just like chain them up, throw them in.
Bottom of the ocean was a plan that Kieran seeded in Jacob's mind because Kieran is a perfect swimmer.
Ooh.
Well, maybe Jacob's trying to trap Kieran. Did you think about that one? You think you're a perfect swimmer until I chain you up as well. Something, something. I've got live grenades at the bottom of the Antarctic Ocean, ready to go off
Nice.
at any second. I am Aaron or Big Simple. You can find me on Blue Sky and or YouTube. I play video games, and I generally like to find some weirdo indie stuff. And I also play Caves of Cud.
Beautiful. Thank you all so much. I hope this was fun. I hope this was fun for you all out there. And hopefully we will see you later on in this week. There's so much fun things happening. So see you soon and have a great one.
Bye. Have a wonderful night.
Bye.
Bye.